In the previous part of our Georgia travel series, we visited a couple of monasteries and took a road trip from Tbilisi to Kazbegi. On the way, we got some local Georgian honey and, of course, stopped by the Russian-Georgian Friendship Monument, which was absolutely worth it. If you haven't checked that part out yet, please do. Hey there, this is We the Trippers, and welcome to our channel. All right, let's continue with our journey. From Tbilisi to Kazbegi, we arrived in the afternoon and quickly realized that we had run out of cash. There are very few ATMs in Kazbegi, so make sure you carry enough cash with you. We were barely able to find one ATM ourselves. Tired after a long day, we went to bed early and planned to visit the Gergeti Church the next day. Typically, people do a day trip from Tbilisi to Kazbegi, but we chose to stay and relax for a couple of days, which turned out to be a great decision. Gergeti Church is one of the landmarks of Kazbegi. The trip from the city center to the church will cost you around 60 gel for a round trip. The views from the monastery are truly stunning, as you can see snow-capped mountains in the background. Unfortunately, we weren't so lucky as it was extremely cloudy with zero visibility. But despite the weather, the trip was still worth it. This place looks amazing regardless of the weather. So if you're planning a visit, it might be a good idea to stay a few extra days in Kazbegi to catch a clear day, as the views can be even more breathtaking. The interior of the cathedral dates back to the 14th century, and it's fascinating to explore. Drone shots were completely out of the question due to the weather, but sometimes you just have to go with the flow, especially when it comes to the mountains. Despite the clouds, it was a beautiful experience. Afterward, we returned to Kazbegi town, did some grocery shopping, and walked back to our hotel. Kazbegi is a charming town to explore on foot. There's not much traffic, and most of the hotels are within walking distance of the town center, so if you enjoy walking, you'll love it here. We spent the rest of our day enjoying some good food and Georgian wine, and after 2 nights in Kazbegi, we headed back to Tbilisi in a shared taxi. Shared taxis in Georgia are not only very affordable, but also safe and comfortable. The trip cost us around 15 gel per person. Along the way, the driver made several stops, so the 4 to 5 hour journey didn't feel too tiring. As we drove back to Tbilisi, the snowfall became heavier, and soon a snowstorm loomed ahead. The visibility was poor and we could barely see anything through the whiteout. But our driver, like a seasoned pro, navigated it with ease. We were nervous, but everything turned out just fine. Surprisingly, we weren't too tired when we arrived, so we decided to stroll around the main town center. We noticed some preparations happening near the parliament and soon learned there was a protest scheduled for later that evening around 8 p.m. It was related to political tensions involving Georgia's relationship with Russia. For the protest, we had time for some shopping, explored the local grocery stores, and checked out some Georgian wines. We also took a walk through the old city, admiring its architecture and vibrant atmosphere. While walking back to the metro station, we stumbled upon a lively dance performance in the streets and stopped to enjoy it. Later, we grabbed a quick bite of kinkali, a local Georgian dish, and headed to the parliament area to observe the protest. It was really impressive to see people from all age groups peacefully gathering to show their support for Georgia and its relationship with the European Union. The protest was very well organized, and there was no chaos or disorder at all. The Georgian parliament had passed a law which could impact Georgia's aspiration to join the European Union. Also, this law was a little pro-Russian. Hence, the Georgians were not too happy with this law being passed and decided to hold a public protest to show their disagreement. Although we don't speak Georgian and couldn't communicate much with the locals, it was fascinating to witness. The reporters were busy interviewing people, and the mood was surprisingly positive. It didn't even feel like a protest, more like a big group of friends united for a cause. After a while, we decided to leave, as protests can sometimes take unpredictable turns, and we wanted to avoid any trouble. We had dinner, a delicious Georgian lobiani with some Chacha Georgian brandy, and called it a day. The next morning, on our last day in Georgia, we visited the Holy Trinity Cathedral, one of the largest churches in Tbilisi. We were lucky enough to witness the Sunday Mass, and the ambience reminded us of the serenity you feel in a Gurdwara. After that, we took some drone shots, took a cable car ride again, explored more of central Tbilisi on foot, and a concert happening on the streets. And that was it. It was time to say goodbye to one of the most memorable countries we've ever visited. Georgia will always hold a special place in our hearts. In the next episode, we'll take you to Armenia, where we'll talk about our unique experience at a hotel, do some shopping in Yerevan, and explore the sights there. So don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching!